for the Drop Bears, Max Brennan.
Fastball just a bit inside. Kellogg wanted the call, does not get it from John Byrne, the home plate umpire, Australian-born. Has up 3 games behind the plate in Major League Baseball. 9 in total. This one struck well out to left center, but Meadows has a beat on it. Wow! Little sideways flip. What a play by the doctor.
It was a close call the other night. We saw this play end the game for the Savannah Bananas. We did not rule it a trick play. We can rule this one a trick play as the doctor is into the motion of that front flip to be able to come up with the catch. Really impressive stuff for DR. Now 59 trick plays on the season, pacing all outfielders.
You know it when you see it. Quick 0-2 count here on Michael Campbell. Just like the man before him, 7 years in the ABL, and that's a 3-pitch K for Kellogg.
Ryan Kellogg with 2 outs in just 1 minute. A good start for him. He is still looking for his first minutes per inning mark, below 2 minutes this season, as Adam Musto lines this one just over the glove of the third baseman, Eric Jones Jr., a 2-out single for the Drop Bears. But Kellogg still with time on the clock. We're at 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Nice piece of hitting there for the pride of Sydney, Australia. Passes the baton to Blake Cavill. Checks his swing, called strike. Blake took a break from the Cape Cod League, top level of collegiate summer ball we have in the country, to come play banana ball. Ziggy will go under the leg, step on first base, and a heck of a start for Ryan Kellogg.
And it's the first sub-2-minute inning on the season for Ryan Kellogg. He records that in 1 minute and 39 seconds. A great start for him.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Australians. From left to right in the Drop Bears outfield, it is Winland, Campbell, and Light in the infield, third to first. You see Musto, Brennan, Strong, and Cavill. Cosgrove gets the start behind the dish, and it is Harrison Babbitt on the bump.
Of course, Max Brennan with trick plays in multiple games for the Drop Bears now, and we also saw Blake Cavill with the 2 trick play game at first base on Thursday night. Drop Bears in total, 4 trick plays.
How about the outfit on Harrison Babbitt, 6'5" righty out of Austin, Texas, will get the start here in the second game for the Drop Bears.
We saw Harrison Babbitt pitching with this team a year ago, appeared out of the bullpen and did allow a walk-off to the Savannah Bananas. It was actually Dan Oberst who stole home against him in the second game in this series. But Babbitt played collegiately at Central Missouri and posted a 7-3 record in his time there. He's going to try and post a good start for the Drop Bears as we get a look at the Bananas lineup today.
It'll be Meadows at the top as per usual. Leroy and Jones Jr. behind him. Deeb cleaning it up. Then Alexiadis, Olsen, and Hosley in the middle. Cruz, Cox, and Ziggy to round it out. The Doctor still leading this World Tour in batting average, but just by a point. Comes in hitting .353. Holding off Dan Oberst, who comes in hitting .352. Does not get the start. 1-1 here. Babbitt, a 5-pitch guy. 3 fastballs, 4-seam, 2-seam, and cutter, with a curveball and a splitter. And when he's cooking, the splitter is what he'll dominate with. Out of the University of Central Missouri. This one poked the other way over the leap of Strong at second. Nice start for the Doctor after he went 0 for 4 Thursday night against the Drop Bears.
And believe it or not, for DR Meadows, who is leading this tour in batting average, that is his first career hit that he has recorded against the Aussie Drop Bears. Great start for the Savannah Bananas as Bill Leroy scrolls up to the dish.
In his 4th official game against the Aussies. They had half their games rained out a year ago. We've had a full canceled rain out here this time around, as well as this game that was supposed to occur Friday night, pushed here to Sunday afternoon. Bill Leroy has taken the spot from DR when it comes to on-base percentage. What a chuck! Andy Cosgrove, perfect one-hopper to second. He guns down the Doctor.
It looked like Babbitt went off speed with his second pitch to Bill Leroy, but it was just a great scoop from Cosgrove and a perfect throw down to Joshua Strong with the tag applied as Bill Leroy checks his swing, rolls this one over to second base. Strong goes behind the back, and the throw will not be in time to Blake Cavill. It's Leroy who is going to reach on a trick play missed.
I'd love another look at that one. It was tight at first. Strong picked up a trick play on Thursday night, and that's not going to tell us anything, because I forced the control room to get a replay in. We missed a ball thrown to Eric Jones Jr. That's on me, folks. Malachi Mitchell pinch runs for Leroy over at first. Eric Jones Jr. at the dish. Flash dash towards second and then slam the brakes. UJ, one of the hottest guys in banana ball. Put him right up there with Logan Lacey of the Firefighters, who had a home run in each of his games in Greensboro against the Party Animals this weekend. Jones Jr. up to 341, pacing the tour with his 9 homers. There goes Flash, swinging 3-0. 3-1 rather. Jones hammers that foul. Now a full count. One is gonna miss. First sprint of the game, all 7 drop bears behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. Flash is gonna come around from first to score. And just like that, the Ninners up a point.
Well, we saw a little bit of a weakness in the drop bear sprint defense on Thursday night. It is very much a similar situation here in the first inning. The outfielders taking a long time to crash together around that second base bag. And Malachi Mitchell with his speed, it was an easy send home from Tyler Gillum.
EJ gets his 22nd walk-off of the year, second most in banana ball. In case you weren't with us on the pregame show, let's get a refresher on who the drop bears really are here now. This is out of the Osball Association, one of the biggest baseball associations for tournaments and youth teams down under. It's a 19-man team, 4 former Major League Baseball players, 5 guys from affiliated ball when you throw in Andy Cosgrove, and it's mostly Australian-born guys, 9 cats with Australian Baseball League experience. That's as good as it gets down under, and 8 players currently in college baseball here in the United States of America. So it's a great combination of young talent and savvy veterans.
Very competitive players, and these guys also know to have fun at the same time, have crushed it in terms of the entertainment aspect that they bring to banana ball, and now still trying to claim that first banana ball victory here today.
Kellogg got out of the first inning in less than 2 minutes, picks up the point earned, and it's going to be 5, 6, and 7 due to swing it for the drop bears. The aforementioned Cosgrove leading it off. Out of Kirkland, Washington, just a couple minutes out of Seattle, rocking the unique crop top jersey, customized by the man himself. Has spent the majority of the last 2 years in Australia, thanks to baseball jobs overseas. Muscles this one deep out to right center. Alexiadis can't track it down. Cosgrove rounding second, and he is going to motor into third base with a forward roll triple.
A little flare on the end of that 3-bagger for Andy Cosgrove. Took the pitch on the outside corner, lifted it out to the opposite field. A long way for Reese Alexiadis to run, and you also have to factor in the outfield still a little bit wet today. Cosgrove knew he headed into Triples Alley. That's what he comes up with here.
You see right there why the Twins nabbed him in the 17th round back in 2017 out of NC State. A couple years in the minor leagues there before heading over to the Frontier League. How about the dance from Kellogg, Olsen, and Cox with DR in the background. Sabrina Carpenter taking over the world. What a play! Jackson from his throws home in time! Right on the tag to nab Cosgrove.
And the Bananas infield going absolutely crazy around Jackson Olsen. Ryan Cox there to storm him. Kellogg fired up as well. How about the reaction time from Olsen from the seat of his pants throwing home? And great job by Bill Leroy getting the tag there on the front foot of Cosgrove. An impressive play.
That is the craziest 4-2 fielder's choice you'll ever see in your life.
Mind-blowing.
Slap a star on it in your scorebook at home. Swing and a miss by Jaden Cavill, the extra hitter. Older brother of Blake, the first baseman. Their youngest brother, Talon, the designated runner for the Drop Bears. Paul Winland now on first base. Another one of these really talented collegiate guys. Played with Blake Cavill at Northwest Florida State College. Was at Georgia Gwinnett this past year where he put up super numbers. Jaden, the EH out of Sydney, like the vast majority of these Aussie Drop Bears. That is a nice bender there by Kellogg. Does not get the call from Byrne. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And the big bender gets Cavill swinging. Strikeout number 2 for Ryan Kellogg.
Well, again, what Kellogg does so well, and we saw that right here, even though it was a 6-pitch plate appearance, he continued to stay ahead in the count against Jaden Cavill. A couple good pitches spoiled, and then comes up with the breaking ball strikeout. As Paul Winland takes off for second base, the throw down from Bill Leroy is in time. Bill Leroy nabs an Australian drop bear, and Ryan Kellogg finishes the inning in 2 minutes and 57 seconds.
Heck of a start for Kellogg. Another look at the caught stealing. Let's get it down to Sam Bauman.
Yeah, Bingo Josh, I'm hanging out down under the dugout because it's much cooler down here.
A lot cooler down here.
A lot cooler down here. You guys have been talking about the Drop Bears a lot. This, the mastermind behind the Drop Bears, Matt Cavill. Matt, talk to us a little bit. You guys come across the country, not once, but now twice to get in on a little banana ball action. Why? What brings you guys here?
And I think it feels like it's 3 times this year with the Microsoft accident and all the storms you've had over here and the delayed flights and everything. But we got here in the end. But mate, we love it. We love the adrenaline of it, the excitement, the electricity of it. The town's ripe for it, mate. It's fantastic.
And what I love, too, is obviously we're all about the love of the game, and that's what you guys are doing back in Australia. Talk a little bit about that. You want to create a love for this game that you grew up playing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's a spot for everyone in this game. Doesn't matter if they're just a weekender or they want to make it professional. So in Australia, we have a lot of junior tournaments that incorporate kids together. Sometimes they've never met. You know, they might be from different states, but they come together, a bit like a sandlot type situation. And we try and encourage that mateship thing throughout Australia, yes.
Well, we love what you're doing. We're loving that you come all the way over here to play us in some banana ball action. And you guys didn't fly all the way here to lose. You guys are out here to compete. A little down early, but how are we feeling about the rest of the game here, Matt?
Yeah, we could remove Olsen from that play would be right, but a hell of a play by him. But yeah, mate, the boys are pumped, ready to go. It's a day game. It's probably not what we're used to for the past 3 months, coming back from Australia in the winter. But no, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. The boys are right. They're ready to go.
Winter sounds great right about now. Biko Josh, I'm going to hang out down under with Matt. This is lovely in here. Guys?
Thanks so much, Sam. Thank you, Matt. We'll listen to that guy talk all day and all night. Michael Deeb the other way. Paul Winland will grab it on the run. For out number 1 here for Harrison Babbitt, out for his second inning of work. Takes care of the former White Sox minor leaguer. Stares down Reese Alexiadis, last year's Pioneer League MVP. Nice front door bender for strike 1. Babbitt, a guy who grew up in the Dallas area but went to high school in Austin, where it's from one of the most impressive high schools you'll ever hear of, Lake Travis. Baker Mayfield, Brett Beatty, Garrett Wilson. Notable alumnus. Beatty was Babbitt's best friend all through high school and got drafted on Harrison's birthday. They had a dual party. Harrison said Brett took most of the shine that day. Really considerate of him. Out to right, and that will be grabbed by Riley Light. 2 away.
Babbitt looking sharp here in his second inning of work. Used the splitter to retire Michael Deeb and then induces some more soft contact from Alexiadis. And at the same time, Babbitt delivered that pitch, and as he was waiting for that one to come down in the glove of Riley Light, he's doing the YMCA on the mound.
The Crocodile Dundee. Steve Irwin gear on the bump. You know, that's the way I'd like to pitch if I were on the mound today. Another scorcher in Savannah. 2-0 count here on Jackson Olsen. 89 degrees right now with the humidity of a billion. Whatever humidity is ranked as. That ball is destroyed. And foul. Olsen, awful close to an inning-ending walk-off homer. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to call it fair. First base umpire Chris Walker says foul. John Byrne, the home plate umpire, overrules him. And it's going to be the 15th walk-off on the year. First home run for Jackie. The Anners double their lead.
Took a long time to figure out whether Jackson was going to be able to touch home plate. Blows a kiss, lands the foot on the plate. And now Jackie with 120 career banana ball hits, and that his 6th banana ball blast.
Another couple looks. He knew the only question was fair or foul. And you can't tell on that angle. Too tight. Obviously, that one looked like it was foul. And now we've got a challenge from the Drop Bears. So before Maceo and the fellas dance us to the 3rd, we're going to have to take a few more looks at this. So tough to tell live. Chris Oxspring, head coach for the Drop Bears, chatting with his fellow countrymen down there on the field. And we take a look here. You can't tell because the ball's coming above the screen. If we have a different angle, it's going to have to be the 1. But I mean, we're looking at this over and over again. Unfortunately, the zoom here cuts off the top of the foul pole, and you just can't tell where it went over.
If we can't see the top of the foul pole, we're going to have the call stand.
Correct. If this is our only shot, the call stands. Do we have anything else, control room? The more we look at this, the more we're wasting time. This is all we've got.
The call stands.
Ladies and gentlemen, after further review, the ruling on the field stands as they Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, Andy Archer, KJ Jackson,
Heck of a blast there from Jackie. Now we'll send it down to Maceo and the fellas. 2-0 Nanners. Heck of a job from Maceo with KJ and Ty Jackson, Noah Nisnik and Andy Archer. His supporting cast, Ethan Skujay, a Canadian replacing a Canadian, takes over for Kellogg on the bump.
Skujay with a 2-1 record on tour, and both of his wins have come since the start of June. This is his 9th relief appearance this season, his 19th overall, and he's thrown 8 2/3 innings since the beginning of June and is still yet to allow an earned run in that span. It's been pretty easy work on the mound for Skujay as of late.
Bottom three in the order here for the Drop Bears, Light, Strong, and Bojarski. 2-0 count here on Riley Light, the right fielder. Off the end of the bat, Rack coming in, back flipping, lands the flip, has the banana ball for out number 1.
A nice, easy fly out off the bat of Riley Light. Robert Anthony Cruz, you see he has plenty of time to line that one up and complete the flip. And nailed the dismount as well. A really great catch by Rack to start the afternoon behind Ethan Scujay.
Here's Joshua Strong. Out of West Sydney. 2-2 count on guy who spent 4 years in the ABL. Facing off against the British Columbia native on the mound. Hardest thrower in banana ball. Scooch consistently 93, can touch 96. Heck of a job there fighting off the bender. And that one's caught! What a snag in the top level of the right field deck. Only the third foul out to a fan we've seen in Grayson this year.
What an incredible snag by the fan in top deck. Just reaches out the hand and comes up with the catch over the railing. One of the more impressive foul balls we've ever seen caught here in Grayson Stadium.
Here's Lachlan Bojarski. Nice frame there by Bill on one in the dirt. Lockie alongside Blake Cavill, both guys who have represented Australia in the Little League World Series. Bojarski only 20 years old as he taps it to Cox. Under the leg, over to first. There it is, trick play number 145 on the year. He breaks his own record. And here come his teammates.
A historic trick play for Ryan Cox, breaking his single season record from a season ago. And now we are on the hunt to see if Coxie can reach 200 before the end of this 2024 World Tour.
Let's get it down to the young professor.
We had to wait for Ryan. He had a lot of fans see it through their teammates is what they are too. Mr. 145 himself. Nobody's even come close to this number before, except for you, of course. Ryan, what's 145 feel like?
Super special. We set out as a goal as a team, and we're well on pace to break that. Personally, I set some goals for myself, and it's very cool to have the opportunity. Our pitching staff, our coach has given us the opportunity to go out there and make some plays, and super special just to celebrate with this group of guys. We've got a really special team.
Ryan, obviously, we got rained out the past 2 nights when you were tied with the record. A little extra time to think about this one. What's going through your mind? You finally see the ground ball come your way.
Yeah, 2 nights, a little sleepless, you know, getting up early to come back to the ballpark, just thinking about getting this over with. And I'm happy it was a nice routine one, the between the legs like I usually do. But thinking about it a lot at night, I'm happy to put it behind me and chase 200.
On to 200 for Mr. 145. He'll probably be to 146 by the end of the game on the light side. He's got the ball. He's taking that home with him. Guys, the glove magician does it once again. Biko, Josh, history here in Banana Land.
Thank you very much, Coxie. Boy, the young professor looks a lot different. Surprising down there. Let's take a look at Luke Livian taking over for Harrison Babbitt on the bump.
Well, we saw Luke Livian playing as a two-way player for the Drop Bears a season ago, was in the lineup and also pitching out of relief for these guys. One of the better arms that we saw. He's hoping to have some more success as he's set to face the bottom of the Bananas order. Due up Hosley, Robert Anthony Cruz, and Ryan Cox.
Livian, a teammate of Harrison Babbitt's from the University of Central Missouri. That's the reason why Babbitt ended up on this majority Australian team. A big shout out to Zach. Sweet hat, sweet catch. Livian from Sydney, look out, Danny Hosley. Luke says, my bad, man. Hosley says, you're good. And we've got a 2-0 count on the Nanners EH. Mile high, shallow right field. Strong is out, Light is in, and Riley will make the call in the catch.
Frustrating result of that at bat for Danny Hosley. You could tell by the way he kind of slammed the bat down in the batter's box. Really liked the pitch he got from Luke Livian, and unfortunately just a little too much launch angle, and getting underneath that one, it's pop out.
Now Robert Anthony Cruz. 1-1 count. Let's look out for a 5-pitch mix. 4-seam, 2-seam fastball, slider, circle change, and a curve. Too much launch angle on this one. Riley Light waits forever and comes away without number 2. He's made both outs this inning. We'll have a mic on Light later today.
The glove magician himself, Ryan Cox. And earlier, he just made his 145th trick play of the season, breaking the season single record.
Good job by Cox. Now the next stop is 200 trick plays. On pace just barely to crack it this year. This one well struck, but straight to Campbell in center. Little jump snag and a nice start to Livian's afternoon.
1 minute and 38 seconds on the clock for Luke Livian. A very efficient first inning of work for the Drop Bears right-hander.
With a look at the line out that ended the frame. He holds serve, important for the Drop Bears, who trail by 2 points, 3 innings in the books. As Jared Donaldson takes over on the bump for the Nanners. The splitter specialist in his second World Tour, 3rd year in the yellow and white.
This is Donaldson's 22nd appearance on the tour, and the summer months have always been good to Donnie and Banana Ball. He owns a career 3.78 earned run average in the months of June and July, with a 4-minute and 47-second average MPI. And by the way, across his last 13 1/3 innings pitched, Donnie with 16 strikeouts and only 5 ball four sprints allowed in that span.
Looks like the Bananas fielders behind him setting up for some musical chairs. And now they reveal what positions they'll be playing at. So they've already done their musical chairs. Wherever they land is where they now go to play. So it's a jumbled up defensive alignment. Alex Ziegler goes from first to second. He's still got his first base glove. D.R. Meadows goes from center field to first. E.J. from third over to short. Jackson Olsen from second to third. And then Ryan Cox from short to left. Rack from left to center. And Reese Alexiadis, son of a gun, he's still in right field.
And that was the reaction that I was completely focused on as I saw them reveal their positions. Alexiadis could not believe that he was just going to stay in the same spot in which he started the ball game.
The same spot he's played the vast majority of his innings this year. Top of the order for the Drop Bears here against Donnie. Max Brennan flew out to center his first time. I spent plenty of time in the U.S. 5 years of college ball. Western Nebraska Community College, Northwestern State, Louisiana, West Texas A&M. When he goes down swinging, Donnie has been superb as of late. Looks sharp to kick off his outing here today.
Well, the splitter from Jared Donaldson has been good for most of the season. The big problem for him has been the command of the fastball and locating the first pitch strikes. He is finally starting to dial in that heater, and he's found a lot of success since.
Michael Campbell out of Newcastle, Australia. Quickly behind 0-2. Stays alive there. Struck out his first time against Ryan Kellogg. We'll get another 0-2. Newcastle, Australia, about 2 hours north of Sydney. Grew up 15 minutes from the beach, said it was a very chill upbringing, which is the general sentiment from all the drop bears who grew up near the water. It's pretty much all of Australia. Not much going on in the middle as far as population goes. That is a beautiful bender. And 2 straight Ks for Donaldson.
What's more of the same, what we saw from Jared Donaldson a year ago against the Drop Bears. He got a start against this ball club, and in 5 2/3 innings pitched, he struck out 7. 2 punch-outs with the first 2 batters that he's faced today.
Was his patented splitter that gets the strikeout there. Crazy movement on it. As Adam Musto, a single his first time, steps in, takes the splitter just a pinch outside. For Adam, have to make sure that we say hello to mom and dad, Chris and Fiona back home. He says, I love them, miss them, and make sure to tell mom to smile. They both have a tattoo on the wrist that says smile. A little inside joke between the two. Always just an important thing to remember. Alex Ziegler tries to go for a gnarly behind the back trick play, tough hop, and he's gonna get the trick play missed instead.
Well, all in all, Alex Ziegler was actually set up in a pretty good position to make that play. And I really loved the effort more than anything else. He usually collects balls at first base with that 360 type spin. Can't quite get it at the second base position. But Jared Donaldson trying to back himself here, already 0-2 on Blake Cavill.
Splitter called, strike 3, bottom of the zone. Donaldson strikes out the side, strands a man. Continues his torrid stretch on the bump lately. Another look. Nice frame there from Leroy. That one around the bottom of the knees.
And you also get the front flip off the mound from Jared Donaldson as well.
I gotta take some notes on that one. I'll be watching that back after the ball game. Figure out how he lands those things. Everybody who follows me on Instagram and Kara Heater and company here in Banana Land, you, I'm sure, saw my failed front flip attempt trying to clear the baseline in Buffalo a couple Saturdays ago. I knew I wasn't going to land it, but that doesn't mean you can't try.
I believed in you, if that means anything.
Kara also paid me 25 schmackaroons, so 25 bucks, I'll do just about anything. Full capacity crowd went, oh! It was a full gasp from over 16,000 fans.
I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get a single word out to the good people. I was laughing so hard when I saw you land on the grass like that.
Feet touch first. It's important to note. Feet touch first. And then the back took the brunt of the blow. Hey, baby time here in Grayson. Middle of the 4th inning. Nanners lead by 2 points. Kellogg, Scujay, and Donaldson all putting up zeros across 4 innings of work. Great to see Funky Phil. How about the design on Funky Phil's mustache? I think you've got a terrific one, but I mean, how do you compete with that, Josh?
I'm not trying to, I would say. I will willingly admit that Funky Phil has got me beat in the mustache department as long as he is here in Grayson Stadium.
A little over a week ago, Travis Bazzano was drafted #1 overall. Funky Phil actually had Bazzano playing for him down in Australia, so he ended up in the draft party. Very different looking mustache. He made sure to rizz things up here for Banana Land.
What I do need to do before they ship off and out of here, I need to figure out how and where he got the mustache extensions.
Yeah.
Whether that was something done in Australia
I think
or
it
if
was.
he got it stateside.
I think
If he's got a guy here, I'd like to have a talk with them.
then you're in business. Off speed for strike #1 to Alex Ziegler. Luke Livian out for another inning of work. 10-1-2 due to swing it for the Nanners. Ziggy started at first, ended up at second base the last half inning thanks to musical chairs. Max Brennan takes care of that one up the middle for out number 1. To the top in DR Meadows we go. Livian, a guy who got in a fight with a kangaroo. Was camping in the woods, setting up camp. It came over, started screwing up the campsite. Kangaroo threw the fists up, tried to kick Luke with its legs, and all of a sudden they were in a brawl. Happens quickly down under.
You know, just about 1 in 3 members of this Drop Bears team has some kind of story about an interaction with the kangaroo. It's baffling.
I think the fight is my favorite. Lockie Bojarski in high school found a kangaroo in the bathroom. Right, that's my runner-up. Off the end of the bat here for DR. And nice running snag by Winland for the second out. Lockie had the great sense of mind to invite all of his friends in to see the kangaroo in the bathroom. There's an outside restroom, for everyone wondering, before he notified the authorities at the school, and they handled the situation. Fellows got to see the spectacle first, though. Good feel. Oh, a nice pitch. Outside corner. This one popped right side. And Bermuda Triangle situation. Ends up falling to the ground. Tumbling attempt by Joshua Strong. Bill's going to end up on second base.
Just 3 players coming together, nobody making a true call. That should have been a play that I think Riley Light should have taken charge of, as he was not backpedaling like Cavill and Joshua Strong, but instead it's Strong who can't handle the ball, and the Bananas have a chance to cash in another point in this ball game with Bill Leroy in scoring position and EJ ahead in the count, 3-0.
Ball 4 wins the inning for the Bananas. Top of the zone. EJ walked off the first inning on a ball 4 sprint. This one back up the middle. Campbell attacking. Bill gets the wave around. Throw home's a beaut. And Leroy's a dead duck. What a gun from Michael Campbell to save the inning for the Drop Bears.
Well, we knew these Drop Bears came here to play. So far, they've impressed with their defense, still yet to come up with the trick play. But that was a heck of a throw from Michael Campbell home. Aggressive send from Ray Ortega. The Bananas trying to get another point on the board. Good job by Cosgrove, being in excellent position to apply a tag on Bill, trying to use some kind of trickery to avoid Drop Bears backstop.
Banana Band blasting away as we head to the 5th inning. Terrific throw from Campbell. Keeps the deficit at just 2 for the Drop Bears as Andy Archer takes over on the bump. From a lot closer to Savannah, Georgia than his opponents, hailing from Milton, just about 4 hours down the road.
This is Andy Archer's 22nd appearance on the World Tour. He has 1.5 strikeouts to every ball 4 sprint that he's issued this season. He's trying to get that to be a 2-to-1 ratio before the end of the tour. And Andy has the 3rd highest strikeout rate among all Bananas. Very encouraging sign to see. However, he also has the 3rd highest ball 4 sprint rate that has really held him back at times on the pitcher's mound.
He's going to have 5, 6, and 7. Cosgrove, Winland, and Cavill. Same 3 who swung it in the 2nd. Cosgrove led off the inning with what would have been a stand-up triple. He decided to forward roll into 3rd, and I applaud him for that. After spending time in the Twins minor league system, Cosgrove has played all over the place. A couple professional years in Europe, and then found his way to the Greater Brisbane League, State League in Queensland. While working at the most popular bar on the Gold Coast, got recruited to Love Island, Australia, and is the first American to ever be on the show as he's blown away by the gas there from Archer. Andy sits in the low 90s, uses the heat to pick up a K. Finish up on Cosgrove. He began his Love Island career in Mallorca on a jet ski, pulling up to a yacht with the lady contestants on it. For being born and raised just out of Seattle, felt like I was in a movie. It's like, what is my life right now?
And this guy, I mean, he had a long time being on the show as well, and he stayed in the news after the show was over. There were people interested in who he might be coupled up with after it was all said and done.
2-2 here on Winland. Count goes full. Paul just about as close as you could get here. Nice snag, Yvonne Trezak, Director of Creative Content. That's a flourish going behind the back. Winland out of Beaufort, South Carolina, just up the road. A few hours closer than even Andy on the mound, who hails from the Peach State. Another payoff. Swing and a miss. Nasty split change. And 2 Ks, a part of a 1-2-3. Check that. This is the second out of the inning. Getting ahead of myself here. 2 straight Ks for Archer to begin the 5th.
Each of the last 5 outs that the Bananas have recorded against the Drop Bears have come via the strikeout. So good stuff out of the pen from Jared Donaldson. Now Andy Archer quickly ahead of Cavill 0-2.
That one to the backstop, but Jaden Cavill not the fleetest of foot. Looking back at his teammates saying, I'm here to swing the bat, mates. And he strikes out. Andy Archer strikes out the side after Donnie does it an inning earlier. And the Bananas bullpen is humming this afternoon.
And that is the second fastest strikeout of the side we have ever seen in Banana Ball. Archer with 3 Ks in 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Impressive stuff for the man affectionately known as Randy around these parts. The split change for 2 Ks and the fastball in between. Archer fired up as he should be. The Bananalution of Dance currently going on here in Grayson, our 99-year-old ballpark. The Bananalution of Dance does not go back to 1926, though. Cooper Morgan makes his second career Banana Ball appearance on the bump.
He's played collegiately at Walters State Community College and the University of the Cumberlands. We saw Morgan, another two-way player, playing in the field and pitching for the Drop Bears, but last year in Banana Ball was not able to record an out, instead surrendered a walk-off to the Bananas. But his 2024 University of the Cumberland stats, pretty solid. 38 innings pitched, only allowed 8 walks, struck out 48, had a 4.03 earned run average.
Out of Canberra, Australia, played for the Canberra Cavalry in the Australian Baseball League. And as Michael Deeb steps into the box, 4, 5, and 6, due to swing it for the Nanners, backflip pitch from Cooper Morgan. We've only ever seen Garrett DeClue of the Firefighters, previously the Party Animals, pull that off. But Cooper was the second player in Banana Ball history to ever pull off the backflip catch. So no surprise that he can do it on the bump as well. And 3-0 swinging Deeb out to left center field. He's turning on the Jets. Former Notre Dame linebacker cruising into second with a stand-up double. As he reaches second safely, we welcome Drop Bears head coach Chris Oxspring into the booth. Chris, how you doing, man?
Pico, I'm glad to be here, brother.
Another year, another impressive performance for you out on the mound. I mean, we got to see you twice last year. Unfortunately, both games got rained out, so the stats never counted. This year, you were in the one game so far that has survived Mother Nature. Reese Alexiadis at the dish, 2-0 count. What's it been like for you guys to get to come back and play Banana Ball again?
Oh, man, we absolutely love it, Pico. didn't know what to expect last year. Obviously, we'd seen it, we'd prepped as much as we could, but you don't understand until you actually get here how much fun you can have and you do have out there. You know, like, we're all baseball players at the end of the day, but this is a spectacle unbeknownst to anything. And what a walk-off inning. What a swing.
Yeah, how about the exit velo there from Reese Alexiadis? He's the exit velocity king for the Nanners. Picks up the extra base knock, drives in deep from second. And the Nanners jump out 3 points to nothing. And as they're known to do, we'll celebrate with a dance.
Oh, of course. What else would you do, right, Biko?
Now, Chris, how much did all of your guys start practicing their dance moves in preparation for this weekend?
Mate, we put the word out a couple of months ago when we knew what the roster was going to look like, and kind of put it to them to come up with something crazy, fun, a little bit out there, a little bit different. And man, you should have seen the messaging stream that was going on with all the crazy ideas, and we had to kind of cull a few because they bought it on too much. But afterwards, we came up with some pretty cool stuff. So hopefully we get to walk one off here, score a run and something like that, and you guys can see what these guys have come up with.
Unbelievable. Oh, can you guys hear Biko? Is Biko gone? I've got nothing anymore in my ears. Yeah, my batteries are out. I'm cooked. Josh, take over.
All right, Biko.
Step up, young man. You gotta take the reins.
Got it. Trying to get you some new batteries as well right now.
Technical difficulties in the booth here at Banana TV, right? Outstanding, fellas. I guess I'll call. So
Yeah,
who we got on the mound right now?
That's DJ the Invader.
DJ Vader. Well, no, they're saying they can still hear you, Beaks. All right, so we're going into the top of the sixth. Unfortunately, the Bananas are up 3-0 on us, but hopefully we can get something going here.
And I'm back and better than ever. This one, sky to right, Alexiadis with the call. Oh, tornado catch! His fourth of the year, Super Reese. Unbelievable stuff.
I don't know how he gets it to miss that cape, man. That's unbelievable. I watched him do it in practice. You know, he works on it all the time. And how he doesn't get it tangled in that cape when he's trying to make that catch blows my mind.
And it's funny because last season against you guys, this is when we saw the debut of the tornado catch, Vinny DeRubius debuting that play. Now it's Reese Alexiadis, who has really seemed to master that one for the Bananas in right field this season, as the Bananas retire Joshua Strong. And Ryan Cox comes up with back-to-back trick plays, and that's the fastest inning in Banana Ball history. DJ the Invader threw a 48-second inning.
Damn.
Wow.
We got to get you in the booth more often, Oxy.
Hey, and how about 3 trick plays on 3 pitches? Did he throw 3 pitches?
You know
4
what?
pitches. I think there was 1 foul ball.
Holy smokes.
Correct. 4 pitches, Josh. Boy, blink and you'll miss it. Yeah. Banana Ball history. DJ breaks the record by 7 seconds that Zach Phillips set back on
Goodness me, boys.
March 9th at Houston, Texas.
So what does that put Coxie at now in his career? Is that 298?
3 on the day.
297.
297. All right. We got a 3 trick play countdown, guys, to 300. We got to do something about that. We got to let the fans know somehow.
Now, Oxy, you brought us some terrific treats from Australia last year. Did you guys happen to bring any food across the world this year?
I'm actually not sure. I didn't personally.
Yeah.
I like to leave that stuff at home and come here and do the stuff stateside. To be honest, I don't know about the other blokes, but no, rumor had it they had some stuff floating around, but I'm not actually sure.
Terrific. Okay, well, we'll investigate with Cav, the fearless leader. I think he might have some goods. That'll be our dinner here tonight.
Oh, perfect.
Eat it the Aussie way. I had a blast with the Vegemite last year. In fact, we've got the Vegemite that you blessed us with on our little cupboard behind us.
I heard, Josh, you weren't such a fan of the Vegemite last year.
The Vegemite, it never grew on me, and I will say that I tried it one more time.
Max Brennan, super play on a tough hop to take care of Olsen.
Did it get any better with trying it again, Josh?
I've got to say, it was pretty much exactly like the first time I had it.
So you're still scarred, is what you're saying?
Slightly.
I was a big fan. Salty, but a salty, delicious treat. Attacking and firing across the diamond. Dragging Cavill off the bag is Musto.
All right, got to roll a pair here.
So Hosley will reach on the E5. That's the first error the Drop Bears have made. And now 14-plus innings defensively this weekend.
Good hack by Rack right there.
He does not get cheated often.
That's phenomenal. That's fantastic. What are you here for? You're here to party. You're here to take good swings, have fun, right? So if you're gonna swing, get your hack on.
It's been working out for him. Cruz
runner.
with 6 homers on the tour as Hosley swipes second. Nice throw by Cosgrove, right on the money, but Hosley with a great jump.
He was running before he even started pitching.
He's a perfect 9 for 9 on his stolen base tries. This one flicked deep out to right center. And it'll be tracked down by Light. Hosley tags and will head to third. He represents the inning-winning run, now 2 outs.
All right, we've got to do something special here. Can't let him score again.
How about Harrison Babbitt?
Coming up next, a slithering snake. Stay back! They are so venomous here in Banana Land. Coming up, oh, it's my old enemy, the crocodile. The croc, baby! Stay down! Yeah. Oh, and last but not least, she is an absolute beauty, standing in at 10 feet tall. The beautiful giraffe, the hair, the legs, everything is gorgeous. Give it up, Savannah.
That's a pretty good intro for Stilts right there, boys.
How about that? You would never know that Harrison Babbitt from Dallas, Texas.
Has an awesome Aussie accent.
Spot on. At least in my professional opinion. So Stilts comes up with the inning-winning run 90 feet away. Cooper Morgan trying to put up a big 0. Stilts says, that's too low, John. I can't reach that. Golfs it. And Musto takes his time across the diamond for out number 3. Morgan holds serve, puts up a goose egg. And it's still 3-0 Bananas after 6 innings. Chris Oxspring, we cannot thank you enough for popping up from down under the broadcast booth and joining us again, man. It's been a blast having you guys here in Savannah and having you joining us in the booth.
Thanks, fellas. We love it here. We have just as much fun playing over here as we do at home. Actually, we have a lot more fun coming here. Thanks to you guys for having us, hosting us again, putting on an amazing spectacle, and always awesome to see you guys up here in the booth. Please keep it up and keep rolling.
Absolutely our pleasure. Hope to have you back next year and hope to make a little journey to Australia too. Let's play some banana ball down under.
Let's get it on.
Thank you so much, Chris. You're the man.
Thanks, guys.
There goes
Great to
former
see you,
Major
Chris.
League Baseball player, the leader of this Australian Drop Bears team. Mr. Chris Oxspring. Take a look at the blindfolded pillow fight.
2 pillows.
Fellas down there bludgeoning the you-know-what out of each other. And Zach Phillips will be the new man on the mound. I have to think that Philly, with his record broken for the fastest inning of all time, just 1 frame ago, has a chip on his shoulder as he takes over from the invader.
It's pretty funny. You go from the man previously had the fastest inning in banana ball history, taking the mound after the record is broken. Of course, Philly said it was his goal this season to be the man at number 1 when the season was over. And that goal has started yet again as this one is hit over to Jackson Olsen. Behind the back feed and under the legs toss to Correll Prime, who now finds himself at first base for the Bananas. A quick first out for Philly.
Here's Michael Campbell. Prime played a big role in the new fastest inning in banana ball history. Had a terrific scoop on Cox's first of 2 trick play outs. And if that thing is not dug out of the dirt, we don't have a new fastest inning all time. How about Funky Phil? It's a unique way to coach first base, and a barehanded snag. Our view slightly obstructed by the steel beam. That's what happens when you try and have a broadcast in a 99-year-old ballpark. And how about Michael Campbell? This is his 2nd banana ball game all time. That's his 2nd ever steal of first base.
Just impressive. The man is really well learned on his knowledge of the game and sees pitches get away from him the past 2 games for the Drop Bears, and is able to swipe first base, and that's what the Drop Bears are looking for. It's the first base runner they've had since the 4th inning of play, as this one is hit over to Zach Phillips, who goes to the second base bag and will get the lead out, but they are not able to turn the double play.
So Musto replaces Campbell over at first. For reference, on Michael Campbell in 2 banana ball games, having 2 ball 4 sprints, the entire Firefighters team in 17 games played, the entire team has 1 ball 4, or has 1 steal at first base rather.
Shout out to Dakota McFadden.
He was tied for the tour lead a year ago. Good fight here from Blake Cavill. 0 for 2 on the day. And we've got Musto stuck between first and second. He's going to somehow survive that. Beats Cox to second base. Swipes it without a throw, but a front door bender sends Cavill back to the dugout. And Phillips keeps the Drop Bears off the board. That is 7 shutout innings from Bananas pitchers tonight.
It's not a sub 2-minute inning for Zach Phillips, or a new record by any means, but he records 3 outs in 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Still impressive work, as we saw Philly last season debut for the Bananas against the Drop Bears and throw his first career inning in 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
After another look at the strikeout, we salute all the service members, both past and present, here in historic Grayson Stadium. Pass that on to everybody watching here on the Bananas YouTube channel at home. Beautiful day here in our city by the sea. Welcome up into the broadcast booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scallon. Inners lead this 3 points to nothing. We're heading to the the bottom of the 7th inning. And we have an opportunity to give away not just 1, but 2 pairs of shoes. You betcha. With the broadcast on Nesson on Thursday night, we didn't get a chance to give away a pair of shoes, so we are doubling the offering here this afternoon. You all know how to do it. The link is in the description and getting sauced in the chat as we speak. Let's give the buzzword. Drum roll, please. Crikey. Crikey is our buzzword today. Can you spell it, Josh?
C-R-I-K-E-Y, crikey, which, you know, there was a lot of controversy over how it's supposed to be spelled before we started the show today.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying crikey. It's crikey.
Crikey, mate.
There it is. Yeah, you're spot on.
Crikey.
All right, let's get back down to the field. We've got Richard Keel taking over on the mound with a kangaroo strapped around his legs. Correll Prime gets his first career plate appearance as a Savannah Banana. Take a look at his stupendous numbers across 6 games as a visitor. One of 3 visitors added to the Nanners team alongside Ty Jackson and KJ Jackson. Prime and his Jacksons. Sounds like a boy band. 1-2 on the former Rockies minor leaguer. Richard Keel, the Thunder from down under. Goes from the sidearm slot. Count runs full here on the kid out of Bradenton, Florida. Nasty bender, what a take by Correll Prime. Guy who's played in the Australian Baseball League himself and is gonna pump the brakes. Great sprint defense by the Aussies. Looked like Correll was gonna be toast at second base if he tried.
Well, the Drop Bears down 3 points in this ballgame. It doesn't feel like they can afford to let the Bananas go up anymore in this contest. And after not the greatest sprint defense in the first inning that led to the first point for the Bananas, they knew that they had to step it up a little more defensively, and they showed it right there as Ty Jackson takes his first cuts back with the Bananas.
This is Ty's first plate appearance in Banana Ball history. Check that. In Banana Ball this year as a Savannah Banana. Joshua Strong struggles with the feed from Brennan at second base, so that's going to be an E4. Ty reaches. It's the first plate appearance he's had for the Bananas here in Grayson Stadium since he hit a home run in the decisive Game 2 of the 2022 Coastal Plain League Championship against the Wilson Tobbs. What a magical way to end his 2-year collegiate career. Picked up a pair of Pettit Cups. Really a storybook ending. Similar to Rack's home run in Washington, D.C. 8 nights ago. Just one of those moments you can't believe happened. Ty not known for his pop. What an exclamation point on what was a stupendous Bananas collegiate career, as this one is served out to Winland in left. And Dalton Malden is retired for out number 1. Let's keep the first plate appearances as Bananas rolling here. KJ Jackson on the first pitch he sees, flies out to Riley Light. Yeah, aforementioned terrific visitor. Shortstop of that squad just misses that one. And that's 4 straight guys who just got their first plate appearance of the ball game. Nanners emptying the bench. Two men on, 2 down. And Michael Vitamin D, the first Bananas starter today to swing the bat here in the bottom of the 7th.
Bananas going to keep the bat in Deep's hand, considering 1 for 2 today with a big double in the 5th inning on a 3-0 pitch.
Always love to get a lefty swinging against a righty side armor. Two-0 count here. Keel with 1 more year of college eligibility left. Out at Menlo College. He's playing for the Menlo Park Legends in the California Collegiate League this summer before taking a trip across the country for Banana Ball. 3-1. Misses outside. And that will be his tour-leading 27th walk-off for Michael Vitamin D. Prime touches home. The Nanners are up 4 points to zilch.
Deep now finds himself 1 walk-off shy of tying Danny Hosley's single-season Banana Ball walk-off record from a year ago. Not only is Deep batting .389 with runners in scoring position this season, 13 ball four sprints with runners in scoring position, as well as we go down to a little draft on the field.
Crow Prime trying to decide what team he wants to play for. Party Animals hat's not doing it, neither is the Firefighters. And, oh, he has to get rid of the visitor's hat to the dismay of KJ behind him, but the boys fired up that Prime said yes to being a Banana for the rest of 2024. Perfect guy for that walk-off celebration. 7 innings behind us. Nanners lead by 4 after they took down the Drop Bears 4-1 this past Thursday night. And as Austin Krasminski takes over on the mound, Funky Phil running out to coach first base with a mic on him. Funky, how's the weather down there, buddy?
Yep. I'm out here for the 2nd innings. I'm going to score some runs.
That sounds like a great plan to me, man. Now, what's going on with the mustache? Because we like to plus things in Banana Land. That is plussed out of its mind right there.
Yeah, plussed out of its mind. It's doing well. I've got a lot of girls trying to plait it. So yeah, if you want to get it plaited, you'll get a photo with me. That's cool.
Now, Funky, it's great to see you out at first base. Of course, you guys trying to start a rally here in the 8th. Last season, we saw you pinch run yourself a couple of times. You had a stolen base while barefoot. Is there any chance we see that again today?
Well, mate, we've got a lot of young Aussies want to faster than me right now, so I think they're going to get the opportunities this year. But I'm going to be working on my sprint next year. So I'll be back out there next year, I reckon.
All right, that sounds good. I think that's wise. And you know, if you never get back out on the base paths in Bananaland, at least you went out on top, man.
That's right, yeah, went out on top. And I'll give these guys some good advice when they're on bases here, and we'll score some runs, and they'll look after us Josh Bears. That'll be cool.
Well, for now, you're 1 for 1 in your stolen base attempts in your banana ball career.
Yeah.
That's 100%, baby. So as Andy Cosgrove, the catcher, steps in, Winland on deck, Jaden Cavill in the hole. How did you end up in the backdrop of Travis Bazzana getting picked number 1 overall in the MLB draft about a week ago?
Yes, that was a very special day. I've been coaching Trav since he was a young tyke, since he's about 10 years old, and I'm good mates with him and his family. And just a really top bloke, and I would have missed that draft for the world. It's on par with Bananas. That's how good that draft party was.
That's high praise.
That's very high praise.
We got a 1-2 count here on Cosgrove. So the thing is here, Funky, the mustache looked very different then. How did it make a transformation across a week's time?
Well, I was planning, so it's been growing since last year. My wife hates it. Absolutely hates it. So, oh, he got one. You're right, Andy. You're right, Andy.
That's probably about 93 miles an hour from Kuzminski. Never feels good. Andy shakes it off.
You good, dude? Feel it? You good, mate? You good? All right.
Here's Paul Winland.
Hey,
the only 2 American-born players back-to-back in the lineup as far as defense goes here.
Go ball.
That one struck well the other way.
Get over. Get over his head.
And Rack's got room. That'll be out number 1. So what's the process in turning what was already a fantastic mustache into the masterpiece that we see here today?
It's, like I said, making my wife unhappy for 12 months. Then it's the Gold Coast Down Under Winter Classic. I put him in up there for the young kids there, and it was a bit of a success. And I had the colours for the drop bears, and it's just something that's been done well, I thought, and yeah, a bit of fun.
You have to go to a hairdresser for that?
I had to go to a hairdresser for that.
Now, it's got to be extensions, right? That's not all your hair.
Oh, no, it's down to about, I don't know if you can see me, it's down about 4 inches down past my jaw. Save!
Wow, KJ Jackson jump throw between the legs. Just barely in time to nab Cosgrove at second.
We might see young Talon Cavill come out now, I reckon. Who's Talon? Talon. Who's Talon? Is he coming in or what? Yep. Oh, no, he's not coming up.
We'll see if we get the
youngest. Get through.
Pinch running for the oldest. Instead, Jaden's going to chug his way up to second.
No.
Nice piece of hitting there by Riley Light.
Here comes Talon now. Yeah, beauty. Yep. Good job, mate.
Jaden told us last year Talon is the most talented of the Cavill brothers.
He is indeed. He's going to be a big star. He just won the Australian batting title back in Sydney. So yeah, a tournament down there. So he won the best batting in the whole country. So yeah, he's a very talented young man.
Well, it's high praise when, of course, Blake is in the Cape Cod League as we speak. Cox under the leg over to first in time to take care of Joshua Strong. Austin Kuzminski able to put up a goose egg. Funky Phil, we can't thank you enough for joining us, man.
Yeah, no problems, my boys. Can't wait the next year.
There goes Funky. They just don't make him like Funky Phil anymore, Josh.
I mean, the guy was a smash with everyone last year. I've heard nothing but the same here in 2024. That guy just understands fans first.
That was the 4th trick play on the afternoon for Ryan Cox. He's up to 298 in his banana ball career. 148 here in 2024. We turn Grayson Stadium yellow. The ball game started an hour and a half later than planned. This is already a makeup game from Friday to begin with. You see so many folks sticking around. Bananas and Drop Bears faithful do not want to miss the final battle between these 2 tremendous squads. It's the 184th banana ball game all time. 358 straight sold-out game in Banana Land. 234 of them in a row here in Grayson. Princess Potassium, I'm sure that's got to make you feel pretty happy, huh?
So much, Banana Nation. Now let's go Bananas!
Makes sense. Richard Keel out for a second inning of work. Gave up an unearned run in the 7th that turned into Bananas' 4th point. Take a look at his numbers from this very summer in the California Collegiate League.
Again, he's kind of a different look for the Bananas offensively as he pitches from that sidearm and sometimes submarine angle. However, we saw Reese Alexiadis face sidearmer and Marshall Schill in Buffalo and take him deep for his 2nd banana ball home run of the season. We'll see if there's more damage coming from Super Reese.
Reese led the Pioneer League with 29 taters a summer ago. Healthy hack, 2-1 count on him. The reason Keel ever even got into baseball is because his mom loved everything about the United States, and they were driving to a shopping center one day. She saw a sign that said, "Come and try play baseball," so Richard did. He fell in love with it. This one rolled over to short, behind the back, Max Brennan. 2nd trick play of the weekend, 4th of his banana ball career.
That puts us at 10 total trick plays in today's ball game between the Bananas and Drop Bears. Now, Keel missing inside to Jackson Olsen.
Jackie a home run his first time, walked off the 2nd inning. A little controversy. First base umpire Chris Walker called it foul. Home plate umpire John Byrne called it fair. He ended up overruling his counterpart as Olsen screws himself into the ground on that swing and a miss. Maceo going bonkers on 3rd, and how about Keel? Nice bender to strike out the grade 8.
Again, it's just a different look. It's really tough to pick up pitches coming from that sidearm angle, especially the way you see the ball hidden there as he's coming and turning towards home plate. That is actually the first strikeout that Drop Bears pitchers have recorded in today's ballgame.
Danny Hosley with the 1-1 count on him. That one's going to escape the ballpark out to the parking lot. And baseball is already the 6th or 7th most popular sport in Australia, so these guys have already been fighting the odds when it comes to success in the sport. Keel said if baseball wasn't his favorite, though, skiing would be. He said it's real tough to find a mountain to ski on in Australia. It'll be a ball 4 sprint for Hosley. Seen great sprint defense by the Drop Bears today. Hosley's going to cruise into 2nd, though, with a 2-base sprint. Riley Light, the right fielder, was the 7th and final defender who had to touch that ball before it was live.
Hosley, in a very sneaky manner, has caused the Drop Bears a lot of fits with his speed this weekend. 4 stolen bases, just used his legs to get a 2-base sprint as well.
The dangerous Robert Anthony Cruz. Just like Alexiadis, who led off the inning, Rack had a home run against a sidewinder. The same one, Marshall Schill. And Flash pinch running for Hosley is going to swipe 3rd base. And that's 4 straight bad ones to Cruz. Flash will score. It's a 5-0 lead for the Nanners as we head to our final inning. Little carnival game here. Flash trying to knock down the bottles from point-blank range. He cannot connect over and over again. That is 0 for 4, so he's just going to flip the table. That'll get the job done. We head to our 9th and final inning of the final game between the Savannah Bananas and the Aussie Drop Bears. This is what it means. Every run scored will count as a point. So the Drop Bears need 5 to tie it, 6 to take their first lead of the weekend. And if the game ends up tied at the end of it, we'll go to tiebreaker showdowns.
And really the big thing to focus on as we enter this final inning of play. The Bananas and Drop Bears on the verge of playing the fastest game in banana ball history. We saw it a couple weekends ago in Buffalo, but at this current moment, we are 1 hour and 16 minutes into the ball game. And it's a big reason because of that. The longest MPI that we've seen from the Savannah Bananas pitchers today was Jared Donaldson's 3-minute and 16-second fourth inning.
Mind-boggling. Huh? We've seen the fastest inning in banana ball history. That helps as well. 48 seconds from DJ the Invader in the top of the 6th. And Danny Hosley, the greatest pitcher in banana ball history, takes over to try and complete the shutout for the Nanners.
And he now becomes the first pitcher this season to 40 appearances on the mound. He is still seeking to become the first pitcher in banana ball history with 20 saves in a single season. That unfortunately will not happen today, as this is not a safe situation. But Hosley leading all qualified Bananas with his 2.52 earned run average and leading the World Tour with his 64 strikeouts as well.
Sits low 90s with the heater. Vulcan changeup's the best pitch we've ever seen in our young sport. And the 12-6 curveball is not to be trifled with either. There's the Vulcan change. 20-year-old Lockie Bojarski sees how devastating it is. Guy who represented Australia in the Little League and Junior World Series. Nice piece of hitting. How about that for Lachlan Bojarski? Base knocked the other way to kick off the first of the 9th.
You get down 0-2 against a very impressive pitcher. You just shorten the swing, get very defensive. Liked what he saw in that outside corner, just flicked the bat out there. Was able to come up with the leadoff single.
Now Max Brennan, oh, that is a generous call. Change up below the knees. Strike 1 to Max Brennan, similar spot. Smart by Hosley and Leroy to go back to the well. Lachlan over at first base probably has my favorite quote from chatting with any of the Drop Bears this year when Matt Cavill called him and offered a Drop Bears spot to the young star. He said, "Are you taking a piss?" You being real, of course. This one cued, started foul, now it's fair. Bojarski will get up to second as Prime steps on first for out number 1. The English on that was insane. You don't see that every day. I'm sorry, I did not do Lockie's quote there justice. He said, "Are you taking a piss, mate? You being for real? Of course." It's just too much English that bleeds into my Australian accent.
Why is that?
I'm certainly no Harrison Babbitt. I'm just not an accent guy, unfortunately. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. Accents fall in the latter category. I gotta take a trip down under. Maybe that'll improve my talents there. Michael Campbell out to right. Alexiadis sets up behind it. Bojarski's going to tag, testing the arm of Reese Alexiadis, and he'll be rewarded an extra 90 feet and another 90 after that as he comes in to score on only the 5th error of the tour for Super Reese. Tough to get one on that one. KJ Jackson trying to add some spice to the tag, and with 1 out left in the ball game, the Drop Bears get their first point. Adam Musto is their last hope. You wouldn't know it based on the pants and socks combination. He has his entire left leg tattooed. What you can see is the entire left arm tattooed as well. Guy who spent over an estimated $13,000 on tattoos. Said we shouldn't be steering people away from drug dealers. Tattoo artists are the real folks who could be devastating to your bank account. This ball is destroyed. Adam Musto. Foul. That thing was annihilated.
Musto with nothing but a grin as he walks back to the batter's box. Was watching that one a long way. Some fans out there in the right field stands pretty fired up. You see the Australian flag. But unfortunately, not able to keep that one fair. And Hosley follows it up with the punch out. And it's the Savannah Bananas playing a 1 hour and 21 minute ball game. The fastest we have ever seen in the history of banana ball.
The single season trick play record with 145. And you just witnessed the fastest game in banana ball history with 1 hour and 20 minutes. Give it up for the Aussie Drop Bears and your Savannah Bananas.
2 out of 3 stats were correct.
Agree to disagree.
Josh Talevsky again, the true game time.
1 hour and 21 minutes.
1 minute off, Gilly. Close enough. Well, Gillen put it all into perspective there. 3 banana ball statistics have been taken down. Fastest game all time, Cox with the most trick plays in a tour, and the fastest inning all time. Bill Leroy, celebrate with the guys.
It's time to meet your winning squad. Entertainers Alex Ziegler, Malachi Mitchell, Maceo with infielder Dalton, Malden. Starting pitcher Ryan Kellogg, and behind the plate, myself, Bill Leroy. For our pitching staff, Cowboy Kyle Louise, Ethan Scooge, Jared Donaldson, DJ the Invader, Austin Krisminski, Andy Archer, and Noah Niznik. And now for the boys that do it all, our utility players, Eric Jones and Danny Hosley. And the boys in the infield, Jackson Olsen, Ryan Cox, Brandon Crosby, Daniel Oberst, Kyle Jackson, and Correll Prime. Our outfielders, D.R. Meadows, Rack Robert Anthony Cruz, Reese Alexiadis, Michael Deeb, and Ty Jackson. Our coaching staff, Adam Byron, Ray Ortega, and Tyler Gillum. Last but not least, the tallest man in sports, Dakota Stilts Albritton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Savannah, Georgia, make some noise one more time. Your winning team there, the Savannah Bananas. Hey, we gotta give it up one time for the Aussie Drop Bears. They came all the way over from Australia. They battled
weekend, and we loved every minute of playing with these guys. We hope to do it again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot thank you enough, Banana Nation. You toughed it out with us all weekend. You waited today as our amazing staff and players and grounds crew worked so hard to get this field ready. Did you have a fun time today? We love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and you can hang out with us a little more if you still want out in the Plaza Party. With myself, the young professor, and everyone here with the Savannah Bananas.
What a day for Banana Ball. Unbelievable stuff. We saw 3 records in our young sports history taken down in a game that was supposed to happen 2 nights ago. We get rained out. Grayson Stadium turns into a lake. Last night, Grayson Stadium turns into an ocean. And what an unbelievable job by the Bananas and Drop Bears coaching staff and players, as well as our interns and the clubbies. It took an army to turn this field into a playable condition here. It was an hour and a half after we would have liked to start, but boy, oh boy, it's a miracle that they were able to play Banana Ball at all today. And thank goodness they did, because our sport has changed forever. Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala, what the heck did we just see, man?
I mean, I can hardly believe it. Despite the delayed start time, despite the fact that the players, the coaches were working on the field early this morning, they really did not lose their focus in today's ball game whatsoever. Came out firing on all cylinders. Again, this team has now won 8 straight Banana Ball games. The Bananas just understand the game to an immense degree right now. The pitchers are working incredibly quick, and it was evidenced the best in today's ball game. Again, the longest MPI that we saw wound up actually being Danny Hosley's final inning, a 4-minute and 1-second MPI. And really, one of the key reasons that was the case was because Adam Musto thought that he had a home run and then had to walk back to the batter's box and get ready to, well, swing and miss at the next delivery from Danny Hosley. But again, impressive work from the Bananas pitching staff. DJ the Invader throws a 48-second inning, the new fastest that we have seen in Banana Ball. And once again, this offense was clicking. We saw a lot of walk-offs from this team. They took advantage of the ball four sprints that they were able to draw. And of course, we saw big knocks from Jackson Olsen, Michael Deeb, and Reese Alexiadis in today's ball game as well.
So the Nanners have won 8 straight. They are 2/3 of the way to tying the longest win streak in Banana Ball history. That would be the Party Animals with 12 straight wins, 9 in a row to end last year's tour, 3 straight over the Nanners to begin this year. But the Bananas are going to have to do it against those very Party Animals. The next time you will see us will be on ESPN2 and YouTube on August 1st in Louisville, Kentucky. So the Bananas get a weekend off. The Bananas, or check that, the Party Animals and Firefighters take center stage this coming weekend in Greensville, South Carolina for a set of 2 games. That will be the last 2 games for the Firefighters here in 2024. There will be plenty more for them in a year in the future. So do not fret. There'll be a lot more Firefighters games after that come 2025, but your last chance to see them will be on the Party Animals YouTube page this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday night up in Greenville. And boy, it as amazing as it has been to see these Firefighters, the visitors, now the Drop Bears who come from the other side of the world to take on the Nanners. It's going to be fantastic to have Bananas and Party Animals Banana Ball once again.
And I think you're going to see a lot of guys who are going to be very competitive about the records for this season. You're going to see a hits race between Reese Hampton, Dalton Cornett, D.R. Meadows, maybe even Dan Oberst getting in that as well. You're going to see, obviously, Chase Acuff, Dustin Baber, Jackson Olsen chasing second base for trick plays behind Ryan Cox. You're also going to be looking to Coxie, see if he can get 200 trick plays before the end of the tour. And what's good is that the Party Animals really felt like, you know, they were losing momentum against the Bananas. They were tired of losing to those guys. Obviously, they have gotten a lot of confidence playing against the Firefighters and the visitors. They are a very competent Banana Ball bunch right now, and they're going to see if they can have a much better second half against the Bananas.
Yeah, 100% now. Well, we've been chatting up here. The Bananas and Drop Bears had a big handshake and hug line down on the field. have to mirror everything that the young professor said. The biggest gratitude that we could ever put into words to the Aussie Drop Bears for making what is normally a 24-hour journey. It took a lot of them over 38 hours thanks to delays and storms and all kinds of madness trying to come from the land down under here to the US of A. And boy, oh boy, it's been an absolute blast getting to broadcast these past 2 games. Super unfortunate that Mother Nature played a part in killing one of their games once again, but the Drop Bears, really talented group, really incredible people. It's just so cool to have an international series in Banana Ball 2 years straight.
Major kudos to them. The energy was not lost whatsoever, and despite the delays that we saw on Friday and Saturday, we still saw the Drop Bears in the stands in Grayson Stadium, interacting with all the fans and creating very special moments, and I think that speaks volumes about what they brought this weekend as well.
That's right. My host here in Savannah, Paula, said that even up in the 3rd level of the right field deck across each of the last 2 nights, the Drop Bears were running through the rain and getting up there and making sure the folks got some action and got to say hello, take some pictures, sign some autographs. Super, super people, really great ball players, and I hope they get to make it back next year. I hope Banana Ball gets to make it to Australia as well. Let's have a little home and away instead of just continuing to welcome them here to historic Grayson Stadium. Now, before we shut this broadcast down, we do have to give away a free pair of shoes courtesy of our friends over at Zappos.
We have to give away 2 free pairs of shoes!
Let's give away 2. Okay, drum roll, please. Alyssa Harp, congratulations. You are our first winner. Drum roll again for number 2. George Rogers. So that is Alyssa Harp and George Rogers. You each have a free pair of shoes coming your way courtesy of our good mates over at Zappos. Now, got to shout out the cast and crew before we shut this thing down and say hello to you again a couple weekends away on August 1st in Louisville. Once again on the Bananas YouTube page, also on ESPN2. So cool that as we get these broadcasting opportunities to be on Nesson, ESPN, ESPN2, we get to still have games here on the YouTube. That is what I'm talking about right there. It all starts with our director down in the control room. That would be Mr. Chad Reese, the straw that stirs this tasty drink that is BTV. Our technical director, Griffin Ellis, pressing all the right buttons at all the right times. On audio, Gwen Guido. Terrific job on the ones and the twos. Replay, Keegan Woods. That guy is the best in the biz. On the graphics, Julia Massey. And on the scorebug, Frank Guido. Great to have the Guido dynamic. Little father-daughter action in the control room. And boy, Julia, you know you're a superstar. When it comes to the folks down on the field, the first base camera dominated by Lexton Fowler. You are Lex enough. On the high home, Sophia Peach taking care of a really important camera. Sophia, terrific stuff. On the third base camera, Daniel Boros. Daniel, you are terrific. On center field, Justin Gordon climbing up the scaffolding and holding down another mighty important camera for us. On the low home, Jackson Hamilton, as good as they come. And on the wireless, Chris Haynes. Boy, are we happy to have Hainesy up from Jacksonville, where he was working a little arena football last night, got his entire car flooded. We hope the Wii is okay. That's really where my mind is at this point in time. I left the back window of his car open, and that treasured gaming system ended up underwater. A big thank you to our friends just across the street over at WSAV, who made this whole thing possible for us to broadcast not just one, but 2 games at the same time. Yes, exactly. Sean Murphy, Jerry Perlman, and Tim Lyons, as well as everybody else over there at WSAV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Would not have been possible without your production truck, which we got to experience for the first time across these three weekends, and it was a breeze. As long as I had enough batteries in my little headset up here, it would have been absolutely perfect the entire time. A big thanks to the moderators in the chat, Colbite_ and Scott Thompson. Max Brennan and Riley Light, thank you for agreeing to get mic'd up because this game went flying by. We never got a chance to chat with them, but I am remiss that we did not get to talk shop We'll be chatting after the game. Big thanks to Chris Oxspring for joining us in the booth, and Funky Phil for slapping a mic on him down coaching first base. Josh Jalewski on the color commentary and statistical savantry. What a marathon of a weekend it has been. Terrific job on these 2 games.
Nonetheless, this was a stellar Sunday, and you sounded terrific, especially when you did have batteries.
Yes, that was the key, because you didn't hear a darn thing when those batteries ended up expiring. Big thanks to the executive producers of Bananas Television, Jared Orton, alongside Jesse, Emily, and Carrie Cole. They allow us to do all the nonsense that we cook up, and thank you so much for all the guidance that you provide. I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. No Bananas action this coming weekend, but please enjoy the party animals and firefighters. It's the last chance you get to see this really talented firefighters squad. They'll be playing up in Greenville, South Carolina. That'll be on the Party Animals YouTube page. We'll see you on August 1st on ESPN2 and the Bananas YouTube page when it comes to a little action up in Louisville. Gonna be a blast. Enjoy the break. Until we see you in Kentucky, we will. See you later!
She'll be apples, mate.